Story starts tonight about the night watchman. There was a man, and he was watching the warehouse and walking around and everything, and then he had his flashlight, and he was just looking the place over, making sure it was secure and all that, and he seen something laying beside the building, and he walked up there to look at it, and it was a man. It looked like he'd been beat up. His clothes were tattered, and he just looked like something happened to him. So he said, "Hey, sir, are you okay?" He said, "Yeah, I'm okay." He said, "I work on that ship out there." He said, "We just came in for one night, and I wanted to come into town, and because I wanted to get some clothes and get some food and things that I like to take back on the boat, because we have to buy our own food on there, and my clothes are pretty bad." And he said, "I was coming across there, and some guys jumped me and took my money, and now I can't go back to work because I have to supply the food for myself until I get paid again, and my clothes are terrible, and I have to work around a lot of people on the boat, and I don't know what I'm gonna do." Well, the night watchman, he walked around there for a little bit, and he said, "Hey, look," he said, "I'm getting off here in a few minutes." He said, "I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Well, I'll take you down here and get you something to eat, and get you a room for the night, and then maybe by in the morning something, you'll be able to see clear enough to know what to do." So anyway, took him to a steakhouse, ordered him a nice meal, and sat there and talked to him a while. And he could tell he was a really nice guy and everything. And he said, "Look, I'm going to have to go." The night watchman said, "But I'll think everything will be better for you in the morning, I'm sure." But anyway, the night watchman left, and then the other guy, he went up to his motel room and stayed there, went to sleep and everything. The night watchman actually went out, and there was a store that stayed open really late, and so he went to it, and he bought the man some clothes, and a couple of sacks of groceries and things to take on his boat with him and everything. And he took it back, and he gave it to the night desk clerk there and said, "Here, I want to give it to that man, Dan, I think his name's Dan, that I was in here earlier with, and I want to leave it for him in the morning, make sure he picks it up." And anyway, uh, that morning, and then the watchman left, and then that morning, Dan came in, and he was fixing to leave, and the guy at the desk said, "Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute." He said, "I got some things for you." "For me?" He said, "Yeah, for you." So he went over there, and he said, "Yeah, that night watchman man left you this stuff, and I wanted you to have it." And Dan looked at it, and he seen the envelope in there also. And in that envelope, he had $200, and that was more money than he'd even make, when he got paid. So that would definitely take care of him good on the boat until he got some more money. And he seen them clothes and that food, and he was just very thankful, you know. So anyway, he thought, man, I'm gonna go tell that watchman thank you for all that stuff. So he went and he walked back down to that warehouse before he went to the boat, the ship, and he said, "Hey," he said, "there's a night watchman that works here, and he helped me last night to get a room and got me some clothes and food and all kinds of stuff. And I just wanted to thank him, but I needed to find out his name and where he lives so I could go tell him thank you." And they said, "We don't have a night watchman here." He said, "Really? You don't have a night watchman?" They said, "No." I said, "What did he look like?" He said, "Well, he's just kind of an old man with a beard, He just a real nice guy, had a flashlight, walking around the building out here." And they said, "No, we've never had a night watchman. We just don't need one. What we sell in here, nobody would want. So he said, okay, well, thank you. And he went away just scratching his head. He never did see the night watchman again. And he got on his boat and went on about his business. But then, the legend was that truly there is somebody in life that looks over us, no matter what we think. Many of us have a night watchman looking after us. Thanks for listening.